Good morning. Good morning. Are you serious? Are you serious? Well, this is a very serious update on Typhoon Phanfone. Typhoon Phanfone is bearing down on Japan. And I want to thank Michael Benghazi and my wife Heidi for giving me these updates. The lives and the property are being threatened, including Tokyo, as Typhoon Phanfone bears down on Japan. Phanfone is no longer a super typhoon as it was. The status is briefly achieved on Saturday local time, but remains a very dangerous typhoon. Heavy rain is already inundating Tokyo and many other communities in southern portion of Japan, well ahead of this typhoon's arrival. Winds will increase and more torrential rain will arrive in a west to east fashion across Japan, as well as southern and eastern portions of Honshu. Now, the center of Phanfone is expected to slam into or come extremely close to Japan's southern Wakayama late Sunday night, tonight. All right, now, of course, we're ahead of Japan time frame, I think probably by about 6 or 7 hours. We'll continue to monitor that. So late Sunday night, their time, which would be sometime probably close to early Monday morning for us, is when this typhoon will hit Japan. It's expected to slam into the coast, but the problem is when it hits, it's going to go right over Fukushima. It's going right at the Fukushima power plant. Matter of fact, I have for you, here's a picture from the Weather Channel of the size and scope of this storm. It's an enormous, like we said yesterday, at one point it was a super typhoon. It was a super typhoon. It has decreased a little because of colder waters. But here's the trajectory expected for this typhoon. And you can see it's going to, as it comes slamming into Japan from the southern side, it goes up the coast right over Fukushima. Now, it's bringing a lot of big waves, extremely high waves. As a matter of fact, the waves that are coming with this storm are expected to be as high as 26 feet. 26 feet. Now, the tsunami that hit Japan back on 3/11/11 was 15 feet high. These are expected to be waves higher than the tsunami. The difference is, of course, a tsunami is one massive amount of water that just keeps coming, where waves can hit you at 26 feet high and then they just keep pounding. There is a difference in the force, but still, these are huge waves. Now, here's the report also coming in about it. It says, according to reports, this Typhoon Phanfone, the Tokyo Electric Power Company, has revealed that the approaching typhoon could hit the damaged, decommissioned 40-year-old nuclear power facility at Fukushima, and Unit 1, it's in direct path of Unit 1, which was severely affected during the earthquake and tsunami of 2011. The deluge would likely cause seawater to mingle with the radiation-tainted water accumulating in the basements of the reactor buildings at this 6-unit plant, allowing 100 trillion particles of radiation to seep into the ocean. This is an estimate by Tokyo Electric Power Company. They revealed it Friday afternoon in a meeting with the nuclear regulatory authorities. Now, according to the media outlets, tidal waves from the storm are likely to reach a maximum height of 26.3 meters. Oh, I said feet. What? Meters. And the tsunami was 15 meters high. So 26.3 meters, folks, is over 75 feet high. You're talking 80 feet high. That is an incredible waves. The storm's likely to strike Fukushima #2 nuclear plant as well, but its idle reactors and fuel pools are not expected to be destroyed, according to Tokyo Electric Power Company. Yeah, right. I mean, this thing is massive. It should be noted that the 2011 tsunami reached heights of 15.5 meters. So this is a huge waves headed right for Fukushima, this Typhoon Phanfone. And as it comes ashore, it will bring devastation. Now, Tokyo is also threatened in this. So this is going to be a process. Japan is going to get battered. Japan is going to get hit hard. And to pray, folks, that the radiation fallout from Fukushima doesn't become catastrophic to the point of, a global catastrophe, which is very possible. And it's amazing that you're not hearing this talked about really on the media. But of course, the world is right now got two other major viruses spreading like crazy. And that is Ebola, that's threatening West Africa and potentially could threaten the globe, and ISIS, that is destroying Iraq and Syria and is potentially threatening the globe. And I call them both viruses because what they are. And as those two, it's like the red horseman of war is galloping. The white horseman of conquering is galloping. The black horseman of the economy and the stability of society seems to be in the gates. And now we're talking about this black horseman, this pale horse that's galloping with death, with disease, and these storms that could bring about even worse diseases from the radiation from Fukushima. So we're watching an absolute apocalyptic time period we're in right now. Very, very, very volatile, the world. Well, the Bible calls it the beginning of sorrows in Matthew 24, verse 8. As Jesus said, there would be false Christ and false prophets shall rise, and they shall deceive many. And see that you be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass. For there shall be wars and rumors of wars, and nations rising against nations, and kingdoms against kingdoms, and famines, and pestilence, and diseases, and plagues, and earthquakes in divers places. All of these, of course, would be the beginning of sorrow. And I think we can see that's the time we're in. So if you're not saved, really take a look at what's going on and take a look at what the Bible tells you would happen in the last days. Certainly, it's a time for people to give their lives to Jesus Christ. We're running out of time. Then again, you don't know how much time you have anyway. The Bible says we have no promise of tomorrow. None of us. So we need to be saved before death finds us. And to be saved means to call upon Jesus Christ. Believe on Him as the Son of God. And ask Him to come into your lives. He'll do more than just rescue you from the perils of damnation. He'll put in you the joy. It's a joy unspeakable and full of glory. It's the greatest thing could ever happen to you in your life. Now don't miss tonight's Sunday night live broadcast. We'll have an update on what's going on with Typhoon Phanfone, as well as Ebola, ISIS, and other events taking place around the world, how it relates to Bible prophecy. So you don't want to miss it at my website, www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. That's www.paulbegleyprophecy.com. God bless. I'll see you tonight. God bless.